Hi there, folks. It's just me, your friendly neighborhood Walter Shepherd. And today's Bible reading is going to be about what the Bible refers to as the unique day. And that is day one of the 1,000 years of peace. And as I had mentioned before, I believe day one is going to be happening after the Lord makes the transition in the Son. The Son is going to go through another stage. And I believe when that does happen, as I've mentioned before many times, the Sun is going to expand. And when it does that, it's going to send out a shockwave. And that shockwave is what's going to be shaking the earth and knocking down everything that we've built. And then the heat wave that follows is going to be the fire that burns the earth. And the Bible verses for that particular unique day, because on that unique day, when the sun does expand, it's going to change the orbits of the first four planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. And when Earth is establishing its new orbit, that day is what we're going to be reading about right now. Okay, here we go. The first verse is Zechariah chapter 9, verses 14 to 17. And that says, "Then the Lord will appear over them. His arrow will flash like lightning. The sovereign Lord will sound the trumpet. He will march in the storms of the south. The Lord their God will save them on that day. They will sparkle in his land like jewels in the crown." And that's talking about the day of wrath. That's talking about the battle of Armageddon, when all the world's armies are surrounding Jerusalem before the first shot is fired and before they can actually attack Jerusalem. That's when Jesus descends from heaven with all his angel armies and all his servant armies as well to defeat the Antichrist and the one world army in the valley of Armageddon and those that have surrounded Jerusalem. So that was Zechariah 9, verses 14 to 17, and that talks about you and all the other heavenly servants, all the other wise virgins, and all the angel armies that are coming down. We will be so bright and beautiful that we will shine like jewels in his crown. Number 2, Malachi verse 3, the chapter 3, verse 1. "Then suddenly the Lord you are seeking will come to his temple. The messenger of the covenant whom you desire will come." And that's speaking to the Israelite people. They've been waiting for the Messiah, and during the tribulation period they will believe that the Antichrist is the Messiah. But then after he takes over the temple, they're going to realize he was not the Messiah. And the Messiah that they've been waiting for, they will see on the day of the Battle of Armageddon. And that'll be Jesus. And after the Battle of Armageddon, that's when the sun changes. Then begins day one, the unique day. Okay, and then the glory of the Lord entered the glory of the Lord entered the temple through the gate facing east. Then the Spirit lifted me up and brought me into the inner court, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. And if you go to Jerusalem right now, you will see that the east gate on the wall of Jerusalem has been sealed, and it's been sealed for decades now, for centuries now. And there have been attempts, I've been told, of people trying to open the gate, trying to somehow deface it or to break it down, but something is always interceded, or the Lord is always interceded. And the only one who's going to be able to open that on that day is Jesus himself. Okay, and verse 4, this is specifically talking about that very unique day. "On that day his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives." And the Bible also goes to tell us that when he does stand on the Mount of Olives, that one mountain is going to split in two, and there will be a valley between it. So he will create the Mounts of Olives on that day. So on that day, his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives. "Then the Lord my God will come, and all the holy ones with him." And that's you guys. "On that day there will be no light, no cold or frost. It will be a unique day, without daytime or nighttime, a day known only to the Lord. When evening comes, there will be light." And it'll be that day that I believe that the earth is going to stop spinning for a little while. And that It'll be a day, like it says, without daytime or nighttime. It'll just have a certain amount of light or a certain amount of darkness or whatever, depending on what side of the planet that you're on. So if you're on the opposite side of Jerusalem, you're going to be experiencing a day, or the survivors of Armageddon will be experiencing a day that I've seen is about 36 hours, 32 hours. It's like a day and a half, where the earth is not spinning but establishing a new order. So again, on one side it's daylight all the time, and the other side it's night all the time for those 32 hours or so. Maybe more, maybe less. Okay, and then finally, verse number 5. In the day of great slaughter, when the towers fall, streams of water will flow on every mountain and every lofty hill. The moon will shine like the sun, and the sunlight will be 7 times brighter, when the Lord binds up the bruises of his people and heals the wounds he's inflicted. So even though there's going to be a great slaughtering, it'll only be the people with the mark of the beast that have that chip in their hand. They will be the ones that are slaughtered. But the people in Jerusalem, they will be shaken and they will be battered and bruised and whatnot. But when the Lord comes to establish his new kingdom, the 1,000 years of peace, then they will be healed. He will heal them. And it will be that day when you wise virgins get sent out to the far corners of the earth to go find the other survivors of Armageddon, while the Lord judges his holy ones, the Israelites, the Jewish nation, in order to start the 1,000 years of kingdom and begin his rule of the earthly government from there. Okay, so that's it. The unique day, Isaiah 30, 25, 26. That's the one that talks about the sun burning 7 times brighter and the moon burning like the sun. And the other one, Zechariah 14, 4, 9. That's the one that talks about a day where there will be no light or cold or frost. A unique day without daytime or nighttime. When evening comes, there will be light, and so on and so on. So it's a very unique way that the Lord is going to be handling that day on a physical sense, on a planetary sense, with the sun expanding and changing all the orbits. And when the orbits are changed from Earth, we're going to get a new starry pattern at nighttime. So the heavens will be different. It'll be a new heavens than what we have now. And as the 1,000 years of peace progress, again, we're going to be having new flying vehicles and new vehicles. There'll be angels in the air. During the 1,000 years of peace, there's going to be 3 kinds of beings on the face of the planet. There will be the natural people, the flesh and blood people, the survivors of Armageddon and their descendants, and there will also be you wise virgins in your regenerated bodies, and you will also be able to fly around and stuff like that. And there will also be angels as well, helping out here and there, helping out the regenerated people and helping out the natural people too. So we're going to see in the skies so many different kinds of flying vehicles and so many different kinds of peoples and angels flying around. So it will definitely be new heavens and on top of that, new earth. So that's it. Take care, stay in prayer. Jesus will be here sooner rather than later, and we'll see you in his kingdom somewhere over there, or maybe even up in the air. All right? Okay, take care. Jesus rules.